Take a moment. Look out your window. Think about the street you grew up on, the community you call home. There's a silent earthquake rumbling beneath our feet, shaking the very foundations of what we thought was a promise. It's not a loud, dramatic collapse you see on the news. It's a slow, quiet fading away. It's the disappearance of the world's greatest economic engine and the heart of a stable society, a thriving, confident, and secure middle class. This isn't a simple dip in the market. This is a fundamental unraveling. The contract that said, work hard, play by the rules, and you will be able to own a home, send your kids to college, and retire with dignity. That contract has been torn up. The ladder of upward mobility isn't just broken, it's being pulled into the sky. And we need to understand why this is happening faster now than at any other time in modern history. The story of this great disappearance isn't about one cause. It's about a perfect storm of economic forces, all converging at once to create a pressure that millions of families simply cannot withstand. Step 1. The inevitable math: stagnant wages versus skyrocketing costs. This is the core of the squeeze. It's a simple, brutal equation that every middle-class family feels in their bones every single month. On one side of the equation, income. For the vast majority of workers, paychecks have been frozen in time. Since the 1970s, worker productivity has soared. We're producing more, innovating more, and creating more wealth than ever before. But that wealth has not trickled down. When you adjust for inflation, the average hourly wage has barely budged in over 40 years. You are working harder and smarter, but you're not being paid for it. The fruits of your labor are being harvested elsewhere. Now, look at the other side of the equation: the cost of the middle-class dream. These aren't luxuries. These are the pillars of a stable life. Housing. The median price of a home in the United States has vastly outpaced inflation and income growth. In many cities, the dream of home ownership, the primary way families build wealth, is now a fantasy. You are paying a larger chunk of your stagnant income just for a roof over your head. Education. A university degree, that golden ticket we told every child they needed, is now a lead weight. The cost of college has increased by over 1,200% since 1980. An entire generation is starting their adult lives buried under a debt that acts like a modern-day indentured servitude, delaying marriage, homes, and retirement savings. Healthcare. This is the ultimate financial sword of Damocles. A single medical emergency, a chronic illness, can vaporize a lifetime of savings. Premiums, deductibles, and out-of-pocket costs consistently rise faster than wages, making healthcare a constant source of anxiety. This is the great squeeze. You are making the same, but everything costs double, triple, 10 times more. The math no longer maths. Step 2. The structural collapse. How the economy was rewired. The ground beneath the middle class hasn't just gotten shakier. The entire landscape has been deliberately redesigned, and the middle got left out of the blueprints. Two powerful forces are responsible: deindustrialization and globalization, and the gigification of work. First, the jobs that built the 20th century middle class, in manufacturing, production, and unionized trades, were shipped overseas. Factories didn't just modernize, they closed. Communities that were once hubs of well-paid, stable work became ghost towns. We were told the new knowledge economy would save us, but it didn't create enough replacement jobs with comparable pay and security for the people displaced. Which leads to the second force: the rise of the gig economy and the erosion of benefits. The new jobs are increasingly contract-based, part-time, and at will. The concept of a salaried position with health insurance, a pension, or a 401k match is becoming a relic. We've traded stability for flexibility, which for most workers means financial precarity. You're an Uber driver, an Instacart shopper, a freelance designer. You're on your own. There is no safety net. This isn't just a shift. It's a demotion of an entire class of workers. Step 3. The debt trap. The illusion of prosperity. When your income doesn't cover your cost of living, you have only one place to turn: debt. The middle class has been forced to finance its own decline. This isn't debt from frivolous spending on luxury goods. This is survival debt. Student debt to get the degree that was supposed to be the key to a good life. Credit card debt to cover the monthly gap between earnings and expenses, groceries, car repairs, utilities. Auto loan debt because you need a reliable car to get to your job, and even used cars are astronomically expensive. Debt is the anchor tied to the ankle of every aspiring middle-class family. It prevents saving for a down payment. It strangles the ability to invest. It means you're not building wealth. You're just managing your liabilities, constantly running on a hamster wheel of monthly payments, trying to dig out of a hole that just gets deeper. Step 4. The social fallout, more than just money. The death of the middle class isn't just an economic statistic. It's a social and psychological crisis. It erodes hope. It creates the pervasive anxiety that you are one missed paycheck, one medical bill, one broken-down car away from ruin. It fuels a deep-seated fear in parents that their children will inevitably be worse off than they are. The first time that has happened in American history. It destroys social trust and community cohesion. A strong middle class is the glue of a democracy. It creates a sense of shared destiny and common ground. As it fractures, we retreat into our bubbles of resentment and polarization. The anger and frustration we see in our politics today are not random. They are the direct symptoms of this economic decay. A choice, not a forecast. So, is this the end of the story? Is the obituary for the middle class finally written? Only if we let it be. The original middle class wasn't a natural resource that we discovered. It was built. It was constructed through deliberate policy. The New Deal, the GI Bill, investment in infrastructure, a high tax rate on extreme wealth to fund a strong social safety net. It was built by strong labor unions that fought for fair wages and benefits. If you like our video, subscribe and hit the bell icon.